How's it going, everybody? My name is Seth. I'm just going to show off a little bit of this game I've been working on here. Hope everybody had a really good start to their new year, and hopefully it stays that good for you. So I'm just going to get into a little multiplayer test here, kind of show you where the game's at right now. So I'm just going to host over here, connect over here. So I added basic connecting screen. I know it looks like crap, but eventually it'll get a little better. I just had to, kind of start it off. So right now it's, for the most part roughly how it used to be. But big thing is, so now like audio synchronized. So I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because you're just hearing double, but either way, so the audio is synchronized now, like across the network. So like if I jump or anything like that, obviously voice chat was already synchronized, but that's have that disabled for right now. So I'm just gonna get into show you a little bit of the mini golf real quick, some of the changes. So we got whole menu coming through here. Just create a game. Okay, so I have this game now. Alright, so I joined the game. You see on the right, you got notified about it. Just kind of little nice stuff like that, mostly. So I'll come over here and I'll go ahead and start the game. So you get notified about that as well. And then you get this nice prompt and then this little area that you can go to. So I'll just come over here and then come over here as well. Alright, so, and then it cycles through all the turns and everything like it should. The like ball hit sounds are also synchronized now. So that's all nice. Just little touches like that. I'll just go ahead and play through this hole and then we'll skip to the end and I'll show you guys some more changes I made. Alright, so once this ball goes in, you guys will see kind of what happens. So you can see you get prompted at the end. I know it does not look very good right now, but basically the gist is it's just going to show you the score at the end and obviously just showcase some of that stuff. So you can see each hole, like what strokes I had out of what the par was for the hole, and it prompts both the players, well, all the players that are going to be in the session at that time. So another thing I've kind of worked on here is I'm trying to add some more interactivity to the scene, things like that. So I have some more like long-term stuff I really want to work up towards, but a really simple thing that I added just as kind of a cool thing. I'm hoping to kind of tie into some other, fun games and stuff like that later on, but I added I guess I'll just show you. So you can go up to a trash can and you can hide in the trash can, and it's synchronized across the network so everybody can see it. And then while you're in the trash can, you basically just orbit the trash can. You can still hear voice chat, audio, all that stuff. You're just kind of here. So basically the main point of this is just to add some stuff to the game that doesn't really have to do anything. Eventually I plan on kind of tying that stuff in. A big thing I really want to do is just have like server-wide events where they do like hide and seek or other stuff that players can kind of collaborate on doing. So I got some big plans for stuff like that, but right now I'm really just focused on some of the more foundational issues and stuff like that. So we'll get into the arcade. I did a big refactor on how the arcades work. So seemingly it all functions the same way as it did in the last video, but you'll kind of see here that a big thing I did was just kind of redo the game, but I also did some stuff that allows me to scale it up later in the future. But I'll go ahead and play here. So you can see it's synchronized on both. So what I did here for this is actually Dip is a game that I made on Android like forever ago when I was in high school. And all I did was just take some of those assets and kind of port the functionality over to be an arcade game. I figured that was kind of the simplest thing to do. So it says press any button to start, so we'll just start here. The sound effects are also synchronized. They play out of the actual... So the gist here, you collect stuff, your hearts go down. Once it's down, you go to the game over screen and see it's synchronized on the other player as well. And the big thing I added, then that was kind of what needed the refactor, was the leaderboard support. So it was very hard for me to integrate that with the old system, but I got it to a point where I can just really kind of build on it and all the functionalities there. So it should be pretty easy going from here, hopefully. Let me just show you. I'll go ahead and play with the other player and I will try to get a higher score, and you'll see that the list basically just updates. So you'll see, so I got 6, so now I'm at the top there. The names are obviously placeholder names because I have no like Steam integration or anything yet. Eventually it'll just be your Steam username, or I'm open to the idea of making it so you can just set a custom username in the actual game itself. We're gonna hop over to a newer version of the game and just show you it's not as polished as this. I mean, if you can imagine, because this obviously isn't great either, but we're going to jump over to that and I'll show you guys some more changes that I'm currently working on right now. Alright guys, so we're back here in the newer version of the game. As you can see, there's a little bit of changes, especially in the scenes. We have some shops and stuff like that. Big thing, escalators, obviously you can tell they kind of look not so great. So you can ride them, all that stuff, but they're definitely not too good looking right now. The big thing I'm working on is the kind of NPC stuff. So I'm gonna have some NPC shoppers that kind of walk around and fill up the space. These are goal oriented, so basically they all have like a list of items they need to get. And they're gonna go around and explore these shops kind of at random, trying to get those items. Eventually I'm gonna incorporate, well, I guess for right now what we have is the only kind of stat that the NPCs have is a hunger level. So that's just to drive them away from their main task into other tasks essentially. So make sure that they're not just wandering around stores the whole time, they actually go around and do other stuff. Once they get hungry, they come over here. The mini golf is where they get food for right now. Obviously they're very glitchy, especially because I have a bunch of them right now. Essentially they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're exploring the shops, they're trying to find the items they want. And another big thing I added was the actual like cosmetics and stuff like that can be equipped. So for some reason they're not equipping it right now. I'm not sure if I took that out already, but you do have items that you can put on. So if I come over here, press F, you know, I put that hat on. I can come over here and put on some glasses too. So there is definitely some cosmetic stuff that I'm adding, and I'm pretty excited about that as well because it really opens up, you know, possibilities for character customization and stuff, which is definitely going to be a big hurdle after you get all the AI stuff figured out. But yeah, essentially the character is going to be fully customizable, so that way you can make sure to kind of show off who you are, I guess, in the game. Example of that would be over here, so I'll go and get this player so he can see it and everything. But all of the cosmetics are synced, as you can see, so I have the glasses on the other player, and they would be on if I joined like later in the game as well, which, you know, seems like a pretty obvious feature to have, but it's kind of hard to implement. But either way, so I have this kind of test interactable here where I can randomize the characters, so I can press F and it just randomizes skin color, eye color, gender, everything, so I can shuffle through it, and you can see it's synchronized on the other player as well. So I can basically, you know, pick any possible combination. The randomized stuff is mostly implemented for the like AI shoppers basically, because I wanted them to all look a little bit different. Eventually I'm going to incorporate that into like the cosmetic stuff or accessories they have, like clothing, everything like that will also be randomized when they spawn, so not everybody's wearing these like red shirt, blue pants, but I haven't quite gotten to that yet. So either way, that's a kind of a big thing I was hoping to get towards was the AI stuff. So essentially how it's going to work is the bigger game loop of the game that like you're going to be able to get like quote unquote jobs and stuff. There's gonna be like kind of little mini games where you get rewarded for it, and then you can use that, do some other stuff that I'm gonna kind of keep a surprise for right now until I get it all fleshed out. But I'm very excited about it. So basically the shoppers will walk around, they'll do their task list and everything like that. Eventually I'm hoping to have jobs like a lot like the game Overcooked, like at least play wise I want it to kind of be similar to that. But that's just going to be one of the jobs that I've thought about. Very excited about how this is going to kind of look once it's implemented. But another big one that I want to work on is add a security guard job where basically you just wander around, you can pick up trash, and then there's also a chance for the AI shopper to basically be like, you know, a thief, and they'll try to run off with something, and if they make it to the door before you catch them or whatever, then you get punished, and if you catch them you get rewarded. Some of the events and everything that I'm hoping to add, especially one that I've been thinking about a lot, that's kind of why I added the hiding ability, was like kind of a hide and seek feature where like they're, you know, randomly assigned throughout the server, like somebody's the seeker and then you have to find people or however that's going to be implemented. But I think that should be a pretty fun kind of server-wide event type thing to happen. But yeah, other than that, I mean, this is basically where it's at now. I'm very proud of it. I think it's come a long way since I first started, especially with like the cosmetic stuff. I was worried about that. I've never had to do anything like that before, and I think I found a really good system to basically be able to quickly iterate and add stuff to that. So very excited about everything. I hope you guys are kind of seeing where I'm going with this, and I hope you guys are interested. If you are, I would love for you guys to stick around, subscribe, leave a like, comment if you have any suggestions, or if you just have any interest in the game at all. Right now I'm really just focused on the AI, So that should kind of get to a point where it's going to be better, because obviously this is, I'm not really sure what this is, but I'm not really a fan of it. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Like I said, if you have any questions or suggestions, I'm open to hearing any of it. So I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good week. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.